I'm really fortunate to have been involved in a biotech, a startup, and one of the things that I learned an incredible amount about was having a powerful board of directors. And in the business world, what you do is you bring onto your board people that you either could not afford to pay, that you couldn't even afford to consult with them. They're often very much bigger thinkers, or they've done things that you could never envision. So for example, if you wanted to build a $500 million company, and you're at $10 million, the tendency is to bring people onto your board kind of that are in your already existing sphere. Whereas if you want to get to $500 million a year, what you do is you have people on the board that have done it, and then they can give you input. Well, most of us don't even think about having boards of directors for our own professional practices or for corporate groups, or say if we've got 50 clinics. If we, instead of just having people that are hired on our team and or a consultant, if we could really picture having a board of directors who has done things that you dream about and or are so far out there compared to what you've done. Some don't even have to be alive. You could create, in your own mind, a virtual board of directors. You could read about someone. You could see the way that they set their business up. How did they act? What do they think? So I heard an amazing quote years ago, and I don't know the full story again, but it was on an audio program, and I had been doing a bit of coaching with Mark Victor Hansen, and he really talked about one of the distinctions in an interview between Mark Victor Hansen and Tony Robbins, where they were talking about being around their mastermind or the people that they had on their board of directors. And Mark Victor Hansen was making the distinction that he was at a certain level because of the people he had on his board. And where Tony Robbins was and how he got there is because he just reached out and he had far more empowering people on his board of directors. So for myself, in my own life, not just in the biotech that we had, but in my own life, I think about who's on my board of directors. And it's usually people that are such a big stretch that I could not afford to hire them or consult with them now.